The countdown to your specific person manifestation literally begins right here and right now. Because every single second, every single moment, you are getting closer to your specific person, to a relationship, to your engagement, to your marriage, to your honeymoon. Literally every single second, you are getting closer to that. And to put this intention in, either repeat it out loud or I would say comment it down below. Every second, I'm getting closer to my specific person. Every second, I'm getting closer to my marriage. Every second, I'm getting closer to my perfect future with my specific person. Welcome back, everyone. If you are just tuning in, today is a recap of day 3 of our 100 manifestations in 5 days. Literally by Friday, we need 100 manifestations. And I have this cool little heart that shows how far along we are. And I thought today I would put a bunch of the recent success stories that literally happened yesterday up kind of on the screen. I think this would be really, really cool. But we're going to dive into, as always, you are going to be one of these 100, and I'm going to give you an idea, a thought process, and actually today I have a technique for you because someone was like, I would like actually if these videos had more of like implications or techniques to kind of go along with it, because really, I would say when it comes to manifestation, it is all about understanding. Like you can create your whole reality just like that, right? So techniques can sometimes kind of push us out of this state, but I always use techniques in coaching sessions. So why not use one here today? And I think that would be really, really fun. But the first thing we need to know that think about that concept and that affirmation. Every single second, you are getting closer to your specific person. Every single second, you're getting closer to your marriage. That is the truth. That is 100% true. And you would have to say right now, as much as you want to kind of push it away or kind of be like, I don't feel like that's true. That is true. Literally every second, no matter what, whether you manifest now or it takes a while to get into the state, you are closer to your manifestation. Now, obviously, this is all an illusion because you already have your manifestation alive within you, but this is the case. And so the main idea, and there's a couple ideas, is knowing this, knowing every second you are getting closer to your specific person is so much different and better than just thinking it. Because you can think all day like, oh, that would be cool if this was the case, if every second I was getting closer to my specific person, but you are. And we want to dive into this knowing, because if you know this, let's take, for example, 2 individuals, 2 versions of you that know this and just think this. If you know every second you are getting closer to your specific person, what do you think? How do you act? What type of beliefs are you having throughout the day? But what if you just thought it? Like, that would be cool if that happened. How does that person think? How does that person act? What does that person believe? And you're going to see that there is a massive difference between these two. One person knowing is infinitely further to their end rather than someone who just thinks something. And even with this affirmation, every single moment you get closer to your specific person, that is a true that's a fact of your reality, right? And I know logic and facts and things like that are all inherent to each individual person. So logic is in itself very subjective to the individual. But this is a true fact of your reality. No matter what, if you desire your specific person, your reality must then be bringing you closer and closer every single moment. And that really gives a lot of love and light to each and every moment that we are actually perceiving and going through. Because again, think about someone to kind of relate it to something else, because sometimes metaphors in another way make a lot more sense. Think about someone who is like a car salesman. Think of this individual walking through their day, either knowing that they're making a sale or thinking that they're making a sale. So think of maybe you yourself want to put on the image or identity of a car salesman and think of how you would talk to someone knowing you were selling them a car or selling them whatever you want. Or how would you talk to them thinking? When we know, we approach it so much differently. The way your demeanor, your confidence, your abundance, literally in everything you do would be in alignment with that, as compared to if you just thought it. When you just think it, that gives us a lot of desperation, a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, right? If you just think, that's kind of this essence of, I'm hoping this would happen, but I'm not sure of the outcome. So our mental image upon the future is not in alignment with what we want. When you know, that's when your mental image aligns perfectly with what you want, and then you begin actively creating that. So when you say this, and I would use this affirmation each and every moment of the day, say, every second I'm closer to my marriage. Every second I'm closer to my engagement. Whatever it is, every second I become closer to my specific person. And that's also going to give us thoughts or divine guidance to the bridge of events. Because also, the bridge of events is working every single moment of every single day. Okay, there's never a time that your reality is not bringing you exactly what you are conscious of being. So being someone who is manifesting their specific person, again, because we are doing 100 manifestations by Friday, and you're going to be one of them. Maybe, I think you actually already are. You're already one of them. But this gives that light that every moment the bridge of events is working. Things behind the scenes are moving and creating to take you to your specific person. It's never not working. And you may also be thinking, because I had an extra idea I wanted to throw into today. I think it is something I talked about previously, but we need to bring all the best ideas for this challenge of 100 manifestations in 5 days. We're actually a little bit ahead of schedule. And so, but we cannot stop here. Comment all of your awesome, amazing successes on this video to really dive into it. Again, texts, calls, dates running into your specific person, them pursuing you, all of that counts. But there is an aspect of knowing and thinking that actually kind of slightly different is wanting versus needing, okay? And this actually includes or goes more along with other people talking about your specific person in your reality. So if you find people around you or you lack the confidence to totally dive into this, so when you make this statement, every second I'm getting closer to my specific person, if that feels weird, we're in a state of needing our specific person rather than wanting them. And I know this sounds paradoxical because we don't want to want or need anything. The law of assumption states we need to already feel as if we have exactly what we want, but we actually, just in this case, think about it, we want to take this feeling of needing into a state of wanting, okay? We want to want our desire. We want to feel happy thinking about it because that's what wanting does. When we feel as if we need something, we feel desperate. We feel irritated and frustrated when it doesn't show up for us, right? Needing feels forceful. So when you need your specific person, it's really hard to get into this state, right? Because need actually implies something outside of us that is not fully in alignment with what we want. Needing, again, feels forceful. Wanting feels easy. And how do you describe a need and a want to people outside of you, right? When you need something, this is the essence of why we sometimes don't feel confident in our manifestation. Because why wouldn't we say, yeah, I want my specific person. I want to be with them no matter what circumstances. Because usually when you are manifesting someone you've been with, what do other people say when you say that you want them or need them? They're like, you don't need them, right? And a really quick example is, what if you told your family you need $1 million next month? You need to make $1 million. You need to be married. You need to be overwhelmingly in love. They're first going to say, you don't need that, right? Especially with $1 million. They're going to say, you don't need $1 million. It's not what you don't need that, right? Because when something is a need, that's when we feel we have to explain it. We feel we have to justify it. But you don't have to justify why you want to be with your specific person. That's not something you have to do literally at all. If you want your specific person, treat it literally as an opinion. Treat it as a want rather than a need, and you're going to see everything change. Because if instead you say, well, I want my specific person next month, what are they going to say? Oh my God, they're going to respond and be like, yep, but I just want them. I just want to be with them. I want to be with them by Friday, by tomorrow. I just want to be with them. I don't need it, but I want it. How does your mind align with that? Because again, our mind gets into this weird feeling of confidence or worry when we need something because we feel we have to justify it. But the justification puts us into a state of lack because we have to then force our reality to match it, because if not, we don't have any justification. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why you want your specific person. You never have to tell anyone why. Neville Goddard even talks about this in almost all of his lectures, that you don't have to tell anyone or justify anything that you want. If you want it, encompass and embody that thing in your being, and you will see it manifest. Nothing outside of you needs to have any sort of opinion on what you want your life to be. And the funny thing is, and this is slightly paradoxical, but as you begin to want and treat it as an opinion and tell everyone basically, keep this state regardless of what people say, everyone around you is actually going to then support you. And this has happened loads of times in my reality when I began to something that I felt was magnificent, crazy compared to my current state. When I started to treat it as a want rather than a need, at first, people in my reality would kind of go against that. But now, persisting and pursuing and going forth with what I want, people now respect me for it. I know, which is crazy. And that's what's going to happen with you and your specific person. Because right now, people may not understand why you want your ex, why you want this person or that person because of past circumstances. But it's only because they themselves do not believe in this true love. But when you manifest your specific person, obviously you are going to be in this pure love, and you are then going to turn from someone who is whatever they see you in your eyes, you're going to become someone super motivating, someone who is, you're this essence of true love, because your relationship is going to be perfect and it's going to be motivational for everyone around you. Everyone that says you can't do it is just themselves repeating back limiting beliefs. And so then they themselves are just wanting someone to kind of prove it to them that they can do it. So again, think every single moment, no matter what is being said, no matter what's happening in your external reality, if your specific person says to your face, I don't want to be with you, you are still every single second becoming closer to exactly what you desire. And so today I want to include a little technique that we're going to do just for today, or you could do this any day of the week, no matter what, or you could do it every single day of the year. But it's called memory and desire journaling. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a memory with our specific person, or if you don't have any memories with your specific person, pick a very loving memory that again feels like it has already happened. Okay, so something in the past. Again, there is no future and past, but I want to specify you want it to be something from the past. So if you and your specific person had an extremely amazing, loving, and abundant first date, that's what you would journal. And you would go into detail all the loving and abundant things about that, to which you are going to go into the state of that, okay? So again, it could be just a loving memory in general, something that is going to match the feeling you would have being with your specific person. So if you do have a memory or just a circumstance or something that happened between you two, perfect. If not, that's okay. Just choose a loving memory that is very enlightened, abundant, and loving. Like I said, write that down. We're going to journal that out to the point of which you feel as if you have it. Okay. That is a reality you're living. That is the memory portion of this memory and desire journaling. So the second one is you're going to pick something that you want to do with your specific person. So in the perception of the past, present, and future that truly don't exist, but we're going to take this into mind right now, it's going to be something that would be in the future. Okay, something you are creating, something you are manifesting. And then right after journaling that previous experience, while still in that feeling, you are going to journal the new experience that you want to have with your specific person. Again, it can be anything. I would even say if you want to, make it tomorrow, right? Make it Friday and you becoming the last of the 100 successes that are going to occur by tomorrow. Literally, that's going to happen. The videos will, though, just so you know, kind of go into Saturday because we have to do a recap. So, because usually when I post the videos, it's midday and I want to make sure we have the full day to do it. So Saturday is going to be our last video of this challenge, recapping what happened on Friday. But with this memory and desire journaling, you can write whatever you want right after you write that memory or what, again, I guess it is a memory no matter what, the memory of exactly what you want, immediately following exactly what you desire. Remember as well to include as much detail as you possibly can in this, okay? Absolutely as much as you possibly can. So go through all 5 of your senses. What are you seeing? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? What are you hearing? What are you feeling, okay? Go through all 5 senses, include them in that. So if you're going to dinner with your specific person, what are the scents or aromas of the restaurant or wherever you're at? Maybe you're on the beach and you can smell the sea salt air from the ocean, or you are tasting the luxurious, amazing meal either prepared for you at the restaurant or that you cooked yourself and had an abundant time making. We want to go in as much detail as possible. So this is called memory and desire journaling. And so try it today, try it tomorrow, the memory portion at the beginning can be the same, but you can pick a new dream or desire portion of that journaling as much as you want. And that's going to create, because your mind, the reasoning behind this and why it's going to work is your mind's going to align this feeling of familiarity with the memory and the love and abundance and the emotion that it has. And then once you start journaling this new memory, this new desire, once you journal this new desire, your mind is going to habitually and naturally connect the two, associate them, and then you are going to feel as if your desire is just as real to you in this reality as that memory, okay? So again, take out a piece of paper, write down everything. Hopefully this gets you, this is going to help you manifest and be one of the 100 by Friday. So again, keep all of your questions, comments, successes in the comment section. If you have not already, write down every second I am getting closer to my specific person, or my engagement, or my marriage, or my honeymoon, whatever it is that makes you feel loving and abundant. And if you know for a fact you are going to be one of these 100 successes by Friday, give a thumbs up on this video. Again, any questions you have down below, if you did want to send me a personal question, head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. That's where you can reach me personally. Thanks for being so patient with all of the kind of requests on my website. It is getting a lot, but I'm trying to get back to every single person in the quickest and best way possible, because I don't like just responding quickly. I want to make sure it has as much help and benefits to you and your manifestation as possible. Again, thank you so much for stopping by today, and thanks for being with me every single step of the journey. If you didn't want to miss any of these days, make sure to subscribe as well so you don't. And then you can make sure to, when my video pops up and you have your success story, you can comment it down below. So again, thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you tomorrow when you manifest your specific person.